The Worst Star Slumber event presents us with a weapon of each type in the game after collecting 100 Stardust by completing simple quest in the Black Shores. This was recently brought to my attention by a viewer on the channel, and I should have made a video on this about 2 weeks ago, so I apologize for the lack of content. I hope you made the right decision if you've already selected the weapon, because you can only have one of them. These weapons are very good regardless of whatever you've already heard from others, so here's my review on them, and by the end of this video you will know exactly which one to choose that can significantly improve your account. If this video is informative or helps you in any way, be sure to leave a like and subscribe because it helps me out tremendously. All the weapons have the same attack substats and passive, which gives you 6 resonance energy and increases the wielder's attack by 10% at refinement rank 1. It's quite obvious that these weapons were specifically made for DPS and sub-DPS characters. However, for DPS characters you always need to target 5-star weapons because of their high base attack, and majority of them have either crit rate or crit damage as a substat, which makes building of DPS characters very easy, less stressful, and high damage output overall. So in my opinion, you should be focusing on getting these weapons specifically for your sub-DPS characters, but not just any sub-DPS characters. Your priority should be sub-DPS characters that have an easier time regenerating concerto energy while they are on the field. If you look at the character roster that we have so far, characters that fit that description includes Yinlin, Zheji, Danjin, Sanhua, and Yang Yang. For Zheji and Yinlin, they are hybrid characters that can fulfill the role of DPS and support depending on how you choose to build them. But even with a support build, their damage is very good even at S0, so I highly suggest getting a 5-star weapon for them, whether it's their signature weapon or the standard rectifier weapon because of its high base attack. That leaves us with Sanhua, Danjin, and Yang Yang. These characters have insane damage potential, especially if you have their sequences, and they also help other DPS characters do big damage because of Sanhua and Danjin's damage amplification ultra buff and Yang Yang's resonance energy regeneration ultra buff. As I previously mentioned, these characters are fast at regenerating concerto energy, so they don't last long on the field, but to clear content much faster, it's always advisable to properly build them to do damage alongside your DPS characters. This is where it becomes a problem. If you put Danjin on the same team with a DPS character like Havoc Rover, it becomes impossible for them to use the same weapon like the Emerald Genesis standard weapon, especially if you have just one on your account. So you will most likely give Danjin the Commander of Conviction to improve her personal damage, but the event sword weapon called Endless Collapse actually output more damage than the Commander of Conviction because of his high base attack of 462.5 at level 90. Don't let the 18.2% attack substat fool you just because the Commander of Conviction has 30.4% attack substat. If we do a little bit of math by calculating the total attack that both weapons give you without their passives, the Endless Collapse gives you 546.6 attack, while the Commander of Conviction gives you 537.2 attack. So it's clear that the Endless Collapse wins without even adding the attack percentage that the passive provides. Another reason why the event weapons are well suited for sub-DPS characters is the resonance energy they provide, which improves the damage of your sub-DPS characters than you might think. All characters in the game gain 20 concerto energy from their liberation, which means that to quickly recover concerto energy and have faster rotation, you always need to use their resonance liberation every time you switch to them to gain the 20 concerto energy that it provides, or else you will spend more time with them on the field. Per my testing with Yang Yang, Sanhua, and Danjin, I was able to use my resonance liberation every rotation using the Endless Collapse without running any energy regen main stats on all 3 characters. So this means that the event weapons let you stay on offense with your sub-DPS characters without sacrificing their damage for energy regen echo main stats when it comes to liberation uptime. With everything I've said so far, it's quite clear that the weapon that will significantly improve your account at the current state of the game will be the Endless Collapse weapon, because Yang Yang, Danjin, and Sanhua are all sword users and can be found in many teams that you can possibly build with the DPS characters that we currently have in the game. However, if you have characters like Zheji and Yinlin, and you're still using a weapon like the Jinzhou Keeper, The rectifier variant called Fusion Accretion will be your best option to improve their damage overall with a sub-DPS build. Other notable sub-DPS characters include Mortefi, Zhengzin, Tao Chi, and Alto. Mortefi does good damage as a sub-DPS with decent concerto energy regeneration because his enhanced Forte skill regenerates additional concerto energy, but it's not a good idea to get the gun variant of the event weapon for him because he won't be able to share it with another character like Alto. Alto's Forte does not recover any concerto energy, so a weapon like the Cadenza that regenerates additional concerto energy when you use the equipped character's skill is the best option so that he doesn't spend more time on the field. Tao Chi also suffers the same problem as Alto because her Forte does not regenerate any concerto energy, so the Discord Broadblade is the better choice since it provides additional concerto energy when she uses her skill. Zhengzin's main source of regenerating concerto energy is tied to her Forte, which makes her waste precious time on the field, so a weapon like the Marcato is the best choice to help her regenerate concerto energy because of the Ceaseless Area passive that helps her regenerate concerto energy when she uses her skill. That will be all for today's video. Catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.
So please whatever.